Welcome to our May 25th, 2021 Code Enforcement Board hearing. May I have everyone who wishes to speak at today's hearing, please stand and raise your right hand.
Thanks.
Do you swear and affirm to tell the truth at today's proceedings? Thank you. You may be seated. Board. Thank you.
Yes, good morning, everyone. Welcome to the Code Enforcement Board virtual hearings of May 25, 2021. Let me introduce the board. This is a completely volunteer board. If anyone's interested in volunteering, just contact the city and we'd love to have applicants. To my immediate left is Chris Everett. She's the vice chairman of this board. And to my far left is William Marks. To my far left is Justin Beecham. And to my immediate left, or immediate right, I should say, is Terry Nolan. Terry Nolan will be celebrating his birthday next week. So let's all wish Terry a happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Terry.
Our Code Enforcement Board attorney is Greg Jolly, sitting at the table. He's filling in for his father, Bruce Jolly. So go ahead, let's call the first case, please.
We have Michael here.
Michael?
Oh, Meredith.
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay, Michael. Hi, Michael. Welcome.
Our first case is on page 3, property address 605 Southeast 9th Ave. Inspector Alexander Boris, owner, Aegis LLC, case number BE 201-00-009. This case was first heard on 3/23/21 to comply by 5/25/21. One section at $50 per day. Order recorded, not complied. Is she? Okay. And Matthew. One moment. Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay. Please. Hi, Sherry. Can you please start your video?
Hi, good morning.
Hi, good morning. Hi, Matthew and Sherry, can you please raise your right hand? Do you swear and affirm to tell the truth at today's proceedings?
I do.
Thank you.
Good morning, Alexander Boris, inspector for the city, updating you on case and address as read. The case is not in compliance as of May 24th, 2021. At this time, I will let the respondent speak.
Yes, good morning, everyone. My name is attorney Matthew Creeman. Good morning, Alex, as well. I represent Aegis LLC in this matter. I'd like to just briefly address the board, not keep you guys here too long. I don't get paid by the word. So essentially, we were originally here on March 23rd of 2021 as it was originally for the lack of a pool fence and pavers being built without a permit. The complainant was the neighbor that abutted the back. Prior to that, we had started in litigation relating to the property line. Since then, we were trying to negotiate a fence and where the fence should go between the two parcels of property that abutted, that were behind each other, backyards touching. Then we attended the board meeting. Right after the board meeting, the neighbors put up a fence and purchased a permit while we were in the middle of negotiations and put up the fence in bad faith. We had no say as to what the fence would look like. It was done starting in the middle of the night, and they put up this fence. And after that, my clients, little while later, reached out to the inspector, Mr. I'm going to mispronounce your last name, Mr. Boris. Is that correct, sir?
Correct. Yes, correct.
Thank you. I appreciate it, sir. Reach out to him to see if the fence that the neighbors built on the property on the pavers that they had previously complained about that we thought were our clients and still are, came out and said the fence was not to code. Since then, my clients have hired a fence contractor to try to remedy that. I believe there were 2 issues with the fence that was put up by the neighbor. One was a lock and one, I believe, was spacing. Since Mr. Abores, Inspector Abores came out, they remedied the lock, and they're in the process of figuring out exactly what needs to be done to fix the fence, to put it into compliance. You know, if my clients were allowed to put the fence up while we were in negotiations, it would have been immediately to code, and for the safety for the pool. We are just asking for a brief extension because the contractor is on the scene. I believe he was out there again yesterday taking measurements to know exactly what he needed to do to remedy the fence. We're just asking for a short extension to come into compliance.
How much of an extension are you asking for?
And maybe Sherry can help me out here. You spoke to the contractor last.
I have a question. Is the fence in the right location?
Wait, I'm sorry. I had a question, but
The
Sherry.
question that Chris asked was, is the fence in the right location?
No, there's going to be protracted litigation against the fence. Previously, the other owners said that our clients built those pavers without a permit, which we found was not the case, but they went ahead and built a fence over the line that they previously said was our client's land.
All right. So how much time do you need?
I would hope Sherry, if you can hear me, if you could unmute and let me know what your contractor said, that would be fantastic. And in the app, oh, there, Sherry.
Hi.
Do you know how long the contractor said it would take to fix the few things that were done? Did he say 20 days or so?
We can't fix the neighbor's side of the fence because they put it up intentionally on their side so that we would possibly, I can't go in and fix their side. My side is to code. They built our side to code for our pool, but their side is the side that has the horizontal slats that we're being told is out of compliance. So I can't actually make any modifications to 825 side.
Okay, let me ask the city inspector, has the fence remedied the safety issue?
It's not yet in compliance. It doesn't, the fence is not in compliance with section 454.2.17.1.4.
Is it because it's
What it means is the horizontal members, they need to be in the pool side, not away from the pool side.
Okay. So neither side is in compliance, is what you're saying.
The fence is not in compliance with the
Can I ask
that
a
particular code.
question,
Go ahead.
Mark?
Yeah.
Did he pull a permit for this fence?
The neighbor did, yes, sir.
So he provided a survey for the fence,
I didn't see the survey, but it's part of the process, yes.
part of the process. Well, this
These-
original issue was because of a property line issue. So that's what we should be, would that answer the question of that survey? Does that answer this question?
What, whether the pool is in compliance with the code?
No, whether it's on the property line. But that was the original.
We're not here to dispute whether the fence is in the property line or not. It's compliance for the pool barrier.
Okay.
It was the pool patio that was the issue, correct?
Last time that is.
Where the stepping stones were. Wasn't that the original issue?
The violation is for not having a pool barrier.
A pool barrier?
Yes, sir.
I thought it was about the stepping stones, the paver stones there.
It's
That's what the final order was.
Okay. All right, thank you.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so they needed a barrier and they put this up. the neighbor put this up, but it doesn't meet code. So what does the city want us to do?
We do not oppose to an extension to allow them time to come into compliance.
All right, so I'll ask council one last time. How much time do you need, sir?
We need at least 30 days to figure this out with the neighbor. Otherwise, there's going to be some sort of other barrier that needs to go in. So if we could have 30 days.
Is the city opposed to a 63-day extension?
We do not oppose.
I have a
Okay.
motion.
Okay, go ahead.
Day extension.
Okay, I got a motion by Chris and a second by Terry. All in favor, say aye. Aye. All opposed. Motion carries. You guys, 63 days. Let's get it done.
Thank you.
Thank you, board. Have a great one.
You too.
Our next case is on page 4. Inspector Bobby Mazzula, property address 367 West Dayton Circle. Owner, Mirbeline V. Pierre. Case number BE 200500004. This case was first heard on 3/23/21 to comply by 5/25/21. One section at $50 per day. Order recorded, not complied. Good morning, Ms. Pierre. Can you please raise your right hand? Do you swear and affirm to tell the truth at today's proceedings?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you.
Good morning, Board. Robert Masola, Fort Lauderdale Building Inspector, updating you on case BE 200500004, property 367 West Dayton Circle. Permit application BLD CU 20120001 for the carport enclosure only was picked up for corrections on 4/28. And I did receive a phone call late yesterday afternoon that it has been resubmitted for the carport only. There is no permit activity to address the rear addition, and we would leave any decision for extension to the board. Thank you.
Okay. So what's up with the rear addition, ma'am? Yeah.
We submit the architect say we submit it. So what I'm gonna ask, if the board can give me like 3 months to finish the process.
Finish the process for the rear addition, ma'am? Is that-
Yes, sir.
Does the board oppose a 63-day extension? Or does the city oppose a 63-day extension?
Would not oppose.
Okay, I'll entertain a motion.
I have a motion for a 63-day extension.
I got a motion by Chris and a second by Terry for a 63-day extension. All in favor, say aye. Aye. All opposed. Hearing none, motion carries.
Thank you, Board.
Next case.
Thank you so much. Thanks.
Our next case is on page 9. Inspector Bobby Mazzula, property address 512 Northwest 15th Terrace. Owner, Sabra 52 LLC. Case number CE 16071180. Notice posted at the property on 5/12/21. Posted at City Hall 5/11/21. This case was first heard on 10/25/16 to comply by 1/24/17. 6 sections at $25 per day. Order recorded, complied. There are several extensions noted.
Rob Masola, Fort Lauderdale Building Inspector, updating you on case CE 16071180, property address 512 Northwest 15th Terrace. Master permit PM 19012558, along with all the required MEP sub-permits, passed final inspection and are closed. Board, just to remind you, this is a code case from 4 years ago plus, where it was cited to where the permits technically needed to be closed out in order to comply to code case. This case theoretically should have been complied 2 years ago. Based on that, I would request that any and all fines be abated and wiped out to 0. Thank you.
Okay, I'll entertain a motion.
Go ahead.
To 0? I got a motion by Terry. Anyone second?
A second.
And a second by Justin. To abate all fines and knock them out to 0. All in favor, say aye. Aye. All opposed. Hearing none, motion carries.
Thank you, Board.
Welcome. Next case.
Our next case is on page 7. Inspector Bobby Mazzula, property address 672 West Evanston Circle. Case number CE 18110067. Owner, Alexei A. Cosme and Julia Soto. Notice posted at the property on 5/17/21. Posted at City Hall 5/11/21. This case was first heard on 2/25/20 to comply by 3/24/20. One section at $25 per day. Order recorded, not complied. There are 2 extensions noted. Mr. Cosme, can you please start your video? Can you please unmute?
Yes.
Can you please raise your right hand? Do you swear and affirm to tell the truth at today's proceedings?
Yes.
Thank you.
Robert Masola, Fort Lauderdale Building Inspector, updating you on case CE 18110067. Property 672 West Evanston Circle, master permit BLD RALT 20100111, along with all the required MEP subpermits, are all active and issued at this time. This is a property board where the violation was caused by a previous property owner who was basically an investor who fixed up the property and sold it without work being done under permits. Based on that, this case has been complied. I would request that any and all fines be abated and wiped out to $0. Thank you.
Did you want to say anything, Mr.?
No.
Huh? Did you want to say anything?
Yeah, I got the permits already. I just need some more time to close them out.
Well, it's in compliance, so you're good. We're just gonna
Okay.
whether or not to abate and fines and make them to zero. So I'll entertain a motion.
I'd like a second.
I got a motion by Terry and a second by Justin to abate the fines and
Zero.
to knock them out to zero. Okay. All in favor, say aye. All opposed, hearing none, motion carries.
Thank you, board.
Fines are abated to zero.
Thank you.
Welcome.
Our next case is on page 8. Inspector Bobby Mazzullo. Property address 751 Northwest 57th Street. Number 3, owner 751 Northwest 57th Street, LLC. Case number CE 19032219. Notice posted at the property on 5/12/21. Posted at City Hall 5/11/21. This case was first heard on 11/26/19 to comply by 1/28/20. One section at $50 per day. Order recorded. Complied. There is one extension noted.
Rob
Hi,
Masola,
Mr.
Fort,
Rostuff. Can you please raise your right hand? Do you swear and affirm to tell the truth at today's proceedings?
I do.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Rob Masola, Fort Lauderdale Building Inspector, updating you on case CE 19032219, property 751 Northwest 57th Street, unit number 3. Or the previous tenant that did the work without permits moved out of this space about a year ago. Most of the violations were removed at that time and made safe. The final requirement was the one and only permit requirement was an electrical permit, ELE SCRV 21030048, which was issued, inspected, passed, and closed to make sure the electrical was made safe. The previous violations, work without permits, has been removed. The violations have been complied. I would request that any and all fines be abated and wiped out to zero. Thank you.
Vincent, did you want to say anything?
No objections, Your Honor. No objections.
Okay.
Thank
I'll
you.
entertain.
A second.
I got a motion by Terry, a second by Justin. All in favor, say aye. Aye. All opposed, hearing none, motion carries.
Thank you, board.
Our next case is at the bottom of page 8. Inspector Bobby Mazzullo. Property address 819 North Federal Highway. Owner ACS 817 LLC. Case number CE 19070588. Notice posted at the property on 5/7/21. Posted at City Hall 5/11/21. This case was first heard on 11/26/19 to comply by 12/16/19. One section at $100 per day. Order recorded, not complied. 3 extensions noted.
Rob
You can
Mas-
go ahead, sir. You can stand right there. The mic.
Go ahead, Bob.
Robert
Aren't you
Masola,
here?
Fort
Hold on one
Lauderdale
second.
Building Inspector.
No, I'm sorry. I called in the wrong case. Scratch that. I called in the wrong case.
Okay.
Page 8, property address 1609 Southeast Second Court. Property, case number CE 19061832. Owner Leslie Williams Walker Revocable Trust. Leslie Williams Walker trustee. Notice posted at the property on 5/12/21, posted at City Hall 5/11/21. This case was first heard on 9/24/19 to comply by 11/26/19. One section at $50 per day, order recorded. There are 3 extensions noted.
Robert
Go ahead.
Masula, Fort Lauderdale Building Inspector, updating you on case CE 19061832, property address 1609 Southeast Second Court. Master permit application PM 19091173, along with all the required MEP sub-permits have all been issued. Board, I'm not sure who the gentleman is before us today, but I did meet with the property owner, Mrs. Leslie Walker, for the first time about a week ago. And again, all the permits are active. Some have been passed and closed. The owner stressed to me the hardship that she dealt with a previous unethical contractor that caused a lot of problems and did a lot of work without permits that she's still trying to resolve civilly. This case has been complied. I would request any and all fines be abated and wiped out to 0. Thank you.
Go ahead, sir. What's your name?
My name is Lois. We're the contractors on the job. We took the job over because, like Bob said, they did some work without permits. So we got everything under control now.
Yeah.
We're getting the final permit now for the, not the final permit, the inspection for the AC.
Well, he's saying you're in compliance, so
Yeah.
probably less is more right now.
Yeah, so we got everything.
All right, so I'll entertain a motion.
Second.
I got a motion by Terry and a second by Justin. All in favor, say aye. Aye. All opposed? Hearing none. Motion carries.
Thank you, Board.
Good luck.
Thank you.
Just make sure you close out the permits.
Our next case is on page 4.
I haven't missed a page.
Sorry. Inspector Bobby Mazzula, property address 4800 Bayview Drive, owner Coral Towers Condo Association, Inc. Case number BE 2008091. This case was first heard on 2/23/21 to comply by 4/27/21. One section at $50 per day, order recorded, not complied. There is 1 extension noted.
Go ahead, Bob.
Rob Masula, Fort Lauderdale Building Inspector, updating you on case BE 20080191, property address 4800 Bayview Drive. I've been in contact with the CAM manager for this property as of yesterday. I was told that the condo board has formally entered into contract with Advanced Fire Sprinklers. I was told they intend to apply for new permits with plans, and I would support a 63-day extension at this time.
Is anyone here for the property owner?
Yes, I have to swear them in.
Okay.
Maria Lyons, can you please start your video? Dennis, can you please press *6 to unmute? Ms. Lyons, can you please start your video?
Ms. Lyons, are you there? Maria,
There she is. She just turned her mic off or mute off.
can you hear us? Okay, well, let's move on. I'll entertain a motion.
Motion for 63
63 days.
Second.
Yes.
I got a motion for 62 days.
That's right.
Chris, second by William. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed?
Thank you, Board.
Motion carries.
It's good.
Next case.
Our next case is on page 6. Property address 909 Northwest 16th Terrace. Inspector Jorge Martinez. Owner PBN Investments LLC. Case number CE 19050138. Notice posted at the property on 5/13/21. Posted at City Hall 5/11/21. This case was first heard on 11/26/19 to comply by 2/25/20. One section at $50 per day, order recorded, complied, fines reduced. Hi, Mr. Nazian, can you please raise your right hand? Do you swear and affirm to tell the truth at today's proceedings?
Yes, I do.
Thank you. Please forgive me for mispronouncing your name.
No, yeah, but everything's fine. Thank you.
Inspector Martinez, on behalf of the city, case number and address as read. This case is complied. City is requesting for fines to be reduced to administrative cost of $450.
You have something to say, sir?
Yeah, Yes, I do, Your Honors. This has been extended for a while, for 3 times, and every extension that we've met, the board has mentioned that no fines would accrue. The last hearing was on March 23rd, and the property was brought into compliance a day or two afterwards. So we ask that the fees be waived. The only reason they could not bring it into compliance, it went into Corona, was impossible to get into the unit. It was impossible to get people out there. But the minute that everything went back on track, and we had the hearing on March 23rd, I was present. I know the spoke with the board. The board said that no fees would accrue, and as was with the 3 previous extensions. So I asked that the fees be waived.
Is there any truth to what he's saying? About we promised him there would be no.
I'm not sure.
I remember this case. I thought we voted to reduce them, but not waive them.
Yes, we did voted to reduce.
Reduce, yeah, I remember that too. We voted to reduce the fines, but not waive the fines. So
The way it was said is that it would not accrue any fines throughout these extensions. And like I said, it was out of the hands of the homeowner to get into the property due to the Corona. There were tenants in there, but the minute that he managed to do that, and in the last hearing, we stated that we would get it done as fast as possible. It was done in 2 days.
yeah, but we voted to reduce the fines last time. I remember that. No one said they were going to be waived. They said they'd be reduced. And that's
the language is that no fees would accrue, and it was the same thing in all 3 of the extensions.
This is
so
administrative costs that we reduce it.
Yeah,
it's not a fine.
It's not a fine at all. It's administrative cost, and that's what we imposed. That's what we voted to reduce it to last time, and that's what we're going to seek to impose. I'll entertain a motion. We've already voted on that. We're seeking to impose them. Yeah. Complied. It's at the bottom of the sheet. There you go.
Excuse me, board. Please speak into the microphones.
Got it.
I move that we find that the violations were completed by the date ordered and that we impose a fine of $450 for the days for which the property was out of compliance.
Actually, it's $450 as administrative fees, I believe. Okay. All right. So I have a motion. Do I have a second? I got a motion by Justin, a second by Chris to impose administrative fines of $450. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. All opposed? Hearing none, motion carries.
Our next case is on page 3. Inspector Jorge Martinez. Property address 1243 Northeast 11th Ave. Owner Mark Steinberger. Case number CE 171-00827. This case was first heard on 7/23/19 to comply by 10/22/19. One section at $50 per day per violation. Order recorded, not comply. There are 3 extensions noted. One more. About 3 people joined us. Okay.
Tasha, could you repeat the page number?
Page 3 at the bottom.
Thank you. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Say that?
Hi, Miss Pert Piota and Mr. Valkuman.
Yes.
Can you all please raise your right hand? And Mr. Steinberg as well. Okay. Do you swear and affirm to tell the truth at today's proceedings?
Yes.
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 Thank you. Go ahead, Inspector.
Inspector Martinez, on behalf of the city, presenting case as read. I'm gonna let the respondent speak.
Go ahead, respondent. Go ahead, ma'am.
Yes. Hi. Good morning, everybody. Thank you very much for your time. I appreciate it. I was recently hired. I'm a licensed architect, a Florida licensed architect, and I'm taking over the project from Frank Snyder. who was a former City of Fort Lauderdale architect. He wasn't able to complete the project because he doesn't does plans for electrical and plumbing, and it was, I guess, very difficult to get anybody else to take care of that part of the project. Because I just requested a survey for the property, because in order to submit this with the proper drawings, I need to have a survey, which was already ordered.
How much time do you need? How much
I need
time?
60. I would like to get 60 days in order to. Yes, I know that there was already been.
Let me ask the city how they feel about. How do you feel about granting 63-day extension?
The city agrees, 63 days.
63 days. Did the other respondent want to say anything, sir?
No, we were deferring to our architect, Ms.
The city doesn't seem to have a problem with the 63-day extension, so I'll entertain a motion.
We have a motion for 63-day extension.
Second.
I got a motion by Chris and a second by William. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Hearing none, motion carries. Good
Thank
luck.
you, board. Thank you.
Thank you.
Our next case is on page 6. Property address 1327 Southwest First Ave. Owner CNC 123 LLC. Inspector Jorge Martinez. Case number CE 1805-1535. Notice posted at the property on 5/6/21, posted at City Hall 5/11/21. This case was first heard on 10/23/18 to comply by 1/22/19. 2 sections at $50 per day per violation. Order recorded, not complied. There are several extensions noted. Good morning, Courtney. Can you please raise your right hand?
Good morning.
Do you swear and affirm to tell the truth at today's proceedings?
I do.
Thank you.
Inspector
We're on
Martinez.
page 6, is that right? Is the middle or the bottom? Middle of page 6. Okay, go ahead.
Inspector Martinez, on behalf of the city, case number and address as read. I'm gonna let the respondent speak.
Go ahead, Courtney.
Good morning, Mr. Chair. Good morning, board. Courtney Crush on behalf of the property owner. We would, I know this has been before the board before, little unique as we have been seeking, and actually we're just granted permission by the zoning department to have a change of use on the property to residential. The residential dwelling unit has been allocated now, and that obviously changed the building code regulations applicable to it. And we have a pending administrative review application, and now with the confirmation that this is in fact a residence, would like to complete the process. So respectfully, we would request I think it's 56-day extension when we would, so we can get through the administrative site plan process.
Does the city have any issue with the 63-day extension?
No.
Okay, I'll entertain a motion.
I have a motion of 63-day extension.
Second.
I got a motion by Chris, second by William. All in favor, say aye. Aye. All opposed? Hearing none, motion carries. 63 days.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Next case.
Our next case is on page 5. Inspector Leonardo Martinez. Property address 2179 Northeast 59th Court. Case number CE 200708880. Owner Claudia Pyers, Ricardo D. Franca Pyers. This case was first heard on 4/27/21 to comply by 5/25/21. 1 section at $50 per day. Order recorded, not complied. Hi, Mr. Ricardo. Can you please start your video?
Okay, go ahead.
Do you swear and affirm to tell the truth at today's proceedings?
Yes, I do.
Okay, thank you.
Good morning, board. Inspector Martinez, in behalf of the city, case and address as read. There hasn't been no action on this issue about the fence. I'm gonna let the respondent speak.
Go ahead, sir.
I bought this house in March last year, and I didn't even know there was an old fence in place. And I was told by the inspector that there was a fence installed without a permit, which I had no knowledge of it.
Okay, well, that doesn't change the fact that there's a violation there. It's accruing daily. So how much time do you need to get the fence issue resolved?
Can you, or I can have the issue resolved. I do have a survey which I sent to an architect last week, and I was planning and get the permit applied maybe next week, like mid of next week. So I'll say maybe 60 days.
Okay, does the city have an objection to a 63-day extension?
No, sir.
I'll entertain a motion.
For a 63-day extension.
Second.
I got a motion by Terry for a 63-day extension, a second by Chris Everett. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. All opposed? Hearing none. Carries.
Thank you.
63 days, sir. Let's get it done, okay?
All right, thank you.
You're welcome.
Our next case is a new business case on page 1.
New business, yay.
Inspector Mario Carswell, Inspector Leonardo Martinez presenting on his behalf. Property address 1050 Southeast 15th Street, number 402. Owner Gabriel J. Camel. Case number BE 20110046. Notice posted at the property and at City Hall on 5/11/21.
Okay.
Mr. Camel, can you please start your video?
Hello?
Hello.
Hi, good morning. Can you please raise your
Hi.
right? Do you swear and affirm to tell the truth at today's proceedings?
I do, yes.
Thank you. Go ahead, Inspector.
Good morning, Board. Leonardo Martinez, Building Inspector for the City of Lauderdale, presenting case BE 20110046, property address 1050 Southeast 15th Street, Unit 402. I would like to enter the copy of the notice of violation to supporting documents and pictures into the record describing that the violation in today's agenda. Inspector Mario Carrasquel visited this property and observed a plumbing repair that took place in this unit, creating a fire hazard with an unsafe penetration. Case was opened on June 26, 2020. Inspection report was sent on November 24, 2020. Final notice was sent on February 25 of 2021. And notice of hearing was posted at the property on May 11, 2021. Permit building route 21050037 was applied on 5/6/2021 for bathroom remodel. There is a correction pending on this permit. We are asking the board to find that the violation exists and to grant the property owner 28 days to come into compliance or fines of $50 per violation per day thereafter.
Do you have pictures on this one?
No pictures?
Pardon me? No pictures?
Are you sure?
Okay, is that it from the city?
We can't hear it.
Yeah, the case was I took it from another inspector that recently left the department. I didn't have no pictures. I thought that they were put in.
We don't have pictures. Okay. What about, let me talk to the property owner.
I would suggest we withdraw the case until we show the pictures.
Gabriel,
What does Rhonda?
Yes, sir.
Rhonda say?
Sir?
hang on one second. What did you say, Rhonda?
Yeah, I'm sorry, Mr. Chair. For the record, Rhonda Montoya Hassan. I would suggest that the city withdraw the case until the inspector can bring it back with the pictures to show the board the work that was done without permit that created
When you say withdraw the case, would that be like dismiss the case without prejudice?
kind of, sort of, just withdraw it from the agenda.
Withdraw from the agenda, so it'll be reset for another hearing date.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
That would be my suggestion, unless they can find the pictures to show the board.
Okay, well, it's up to the board whether or not they want to move to withdraw to allow the city to withdraw the case and reset it.
I move we withdraw the case from this agenda.
Okay. Okay, I've got a motion to, hang on, did you want to say something, sir?
No, it's fine.
Okay, I've got a motion to withdraw this case for now and reset it on a subsequent agenda. And I've got a second by Terry. So all in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? I oppose. So one opposed, one for, it motion carries. So that's it. Let's move on to the next case.
Thank you.
Our next case is on page 2. Inspector Alejandro Del Rio, presented on behalf of Inspector Mario Carswell. Property address 2667 Key Largo Lane, case number CE 210-20758. Owner Gustavo A. Almanik. This notice posted at the property on 5/11/21, posted at City Hall 5/11/21. This is a new business case.
Good morning, Building Inspector Alejandro Del Rio for the city, presenting case as read. This case was open on February 22nd, 2021. On February 24, 2021, Inspector Mario Carrasquel did his research and determined that the carport at the property was enclosed without obtaining the required permits. Property was cited for this violation and an inspection report was mailed out. On March 25th, 2021, a final notice was mailed to the property owner. A notice of hearing was mailed out on April 28, 2021, posted on the property on May 11, 2021. City is requesting for the board to find that the violation exists and to grant the property owner 63 days to come into compliance or a fine of $50 per day thereafter.
Mr. Almanik, can you please raise your right hand? Do you swear and affirm to tell the truth at today's proceedings?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you.
Go ahead, sir.
Yes, I'm just requesting a 60-day extension in order to become compliant and do my permits. I've only been delayed because of my architect has delayed submitting the plans. Talked to him yesterday. Hopefully I should have everything finalized this week and I could submit the plans to the county early next week.
Okay, so you're asking for a 63-day extension to come into compliance, is that right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so you admit that there is a violation, you just need more time to correct it. Would that be
Correct.
accurate?
Yes, sir.
Okay, I'll entertain a motion.
I have a motion. I move that we find for the city the violation exists as alleged and that we order the property owner to come into compliance by 63 days, 7/27/2021, or a fine of $50 per day per violation be imposed and recorded.
Second.
Okay, I've got a motion by Chris and a second by Terry. All in favor, say aye. Aye. All opposed? Hearing none, motion carries.
Thank you.
Okay, let's get it done. 63 days, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Good luck. Good luck. Next case. Next case.
Mr. Mike Barra? Hi, your case was heard a little while ago. Were you on?
No. No, I couldn't hear you. Now I'm here.
What case are you talking about?
Okay, yeah, the inspector requested for all the fines to be abated, so the case will be closed.
Case will be closed. Thank you very much. My question that I have for you is, how long does it take to get it recorded? Because I have a closing and this has been postponed until today because I wanted to see that those violations would be abated, but
Not sure, but if you contact Yvette Cross Spencer tomorrow at 954-828.
954-828.
5406.
Okay.
And she'll be able to assist you with that.
Maybe she can give me a paper, before the recording so that they
Mike,
So call her
Michael,
tomorrow.
Mike,
Yes.
do you have her phone number?
Yes, I just have it.
Read it back.
954-828-5406.
Give her a phone, Mara, and she'll help you.
Okay, very good. Thank you very much.
Go ahead, next
Bye-bye.
case.
This case is all of our respondents at this time. Attorney Jolly, if you would like to be excused.
Thank you, Greg. You don't have to stay unless you want to. It's up to you.
No, thank you, board.
Okay, thanks.
There's a pattern here.
Going back to page 1,
Apple
Inspector
trees,
Leonardo
apple trees.
Martinez, property address 3451 Southwest 20th Court.
That was my
Owner
other thought,
Maria
but
Lulu
I'd go with the
Gonzalez.
other one.
Case number BE 200-80130. This is a new business case.
What
Notice-
page?
Page 1. Notice posted at the property and at City Hall on 5/11/21. 3451 Southwest 20th Court.
Mr. Martinez, go ahead.
Leonardo Martinez, building inspector for the city of Lauderdale, presenting case address as read. I would like to enter a copy of the notice of violation, the supporting document and pictures into the record describing the violation in today's agenda. I visited this property for the first time on August 15, 2020, and observed that a big opening was closed on the exterior block wall on the west side of the house. The inspection report was sent on August 14, 2020. The final notice was sent on September 17, 2020. The notice of hearing was posted at the property on May 11, 2021. Permit BLD route 201-00008 was applied on October 2nd, 2020 for opening in the west side of the house. There is a correction pending since 10/27/2020. I had talked to Maria, the owner, several times and explained to her that the permit cannot be issued if she doesn't respond to the correction that was asked. I have advised her to hire a professional to help her. We are asking the board to find that the violation exists and to grant the property owner 91 days to come into compliance or a fine of $50 per violation per day thereafter.
Okay,
I have a motion.
go ahead.
I move that we find for the city that the violation exists as alleged and that we order the property owner to come into compliance by 8/24/2021, 91 days, or a fine of $25 per day per violation be imposed and recorded.
Second.
Okay, I got a motion by Chris and a second by William N. Terry. All in favor, say aye. Aye. All opposed. Hearing none, motion carries.
50 was accepted.
I know.
Moving on to page 3. No, that one is the one on page 3 at the top, 5975 North Federal Highway is closed. Page 4, Inspector Bobby Mazzula, property address 2732 Northeast 15th Street. Owner Lahoma Key LLC, case number CE 200-50087. This case was first heard on 1/26/21 to comply by 2/23/21. One section at $100 per day. Order recorded, not complied.
Number 2.
Okay, let's have somebody from the city.
Bobby?
2732 Northeast 15th Street.
Sorry, Board. Robert Masola, Fort Lauderdale Building Inspector, updating you on case CE 200-50087, property 2732 Northeast 15th Street. There's no permit activity to address the violations for this case. When reviewed yesterday at 9:55 a.m., we would leave any decision for an extension to the Board. Thank you.
I have a motion.
Go ahead.
28-day extension.
Second.
I got a motion by Chris, second by Terry. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, I oppose. Motion carries.
Thank you, Board.
The bottom of page 4, Inspector Leonardo Martinez, property address 1060 Northwest 23rd Way, case number CE 19041196, owner Hannah Humphrey. This case was first heard on 2/25/20 to comply by 4/28/20. One section at $10 per day, order recorded, not complied. There are 3 extensions noted.
Good morning, Board. Building Inspector Martinez, case and address as read. At this time, the city won't, we won't request any other extension. I just find out, trying to update this case, that the permit was voided. The permit that was applied was voided because no actions have been taken.
Are you asking that we set this for a Massey?
Yes, sir.
Okay. I'll entertain a motion.
Motion for.
Okay, we got a motion for a Massey. Don't necessarily have to do that, but let's just set it for a Massey.
Yes.
Yes.
Set it for a Massey. Yes.
One moment, board. We just have someone logged in. Miss Lopez, can you let us know what case you're here for today?
Yes, 3010 Southwest 17.
Okay. Okay, can you start your video and show me, you have your
Page
ID
7.
handy? I need to see your ID, please.
That was fast. How'd you find that?
Page 7 at the bottom.
We didn't finish the other one, did we? We set that for Massey?
Yeah, it's going to get set for a minute.
Phone call kind of interrupted. I'm not very bright.
Go ahead.
Sorry. Okay.
What happened?
Bobby, this is your case, bottom of 7.
Okay, I'll go ahead and read the case in. Oh, Ms. Lopez, can you please raise your right hand? Do you swear and affirm to tell the truth at today's proceedings?
Yes.
Thank you. Our next case is on page 7 at the bottom. Inspector Bobby Missoula. Property address 3010 Southwest 17th Street. Case number CE 19020717. Owner Francisco Jose Rodriguez. Notice posted at the property on 5/7/21, posted at City Hall 5/11/21. This case was first heard on 7/23/19 to comply by 8/27/19. One section at $100 per day, order recorded, not complied. There are 4 extensions noted.
Robert Masula, Fort Lauderdale Building Inspector, updating you on case CE 19020717, property 3010 Southwest 17th Street. Board, just to remind you, this is a case that, yes, there's active permits. And it was brought to my attention by management over a year ago where the permits that were issued did not fully address the work that was performed. Hence, there was a fallout between the property owner, the investor, and the contractor where they did do a change of contractor the late part of 2020. To the best of my knowledge, they never took care of the required revisions. And I believe the conversation we had 30 days ago was that the owner or representative was to schedule inspections to get a minimum job check on each permit to have the plans cross-referenced and still pending the revisions. To the best of my knowledge, none of that's taken place.
Ms. Lopez, what do you have to say?
Okay, I did contact the building department. They told me there was no mechanical requirement, okay, because what happened is the mechanical work that was done in there was like very old. It's not requirement for me to do any revision. I asked them because I had an emergency, so I have to fly last week. So they told me that I can schedule an overtime inspection. Okay, we have an overtime inspection scheduled for tomorrow, okay, for electrical and plumbing, okay. You can see in the system it's already scheduled. I don't know if you can able to see or not, because I was out of town, and if you're out of town, I'm unable to schedule an inspection. We get a private company before who went there and put the camera through all the plumbing work to make sure that, like the plumbing work is properly done because the bathrooms are already closed. So we have to address all these issues, and already they told us there is no new requirement that we need to do it because the plan addressed everything that has been done in the property.
I don't know what she's talking about mechanical because I don't see a violation for mechanical.
Okay, what happened is last time that we went to the
Hang on, Ms. Lopez. Hang on, please. Go ahead, Bob.
Respectively, board, at this point, I'm not even going to make the mechanical an issue. It's something that was brought up by the mechanical chief well over a year ago, and it's not before the board.
Okay, yeah, that's not before us.
I want to clarify to this property owner or the representative, the discrepancy is, number one, the front window of the property where it was a large opening. They blocked up the opening, made it smaller than what it was, and technically it was a structural alteration for the exterior wall, and that revision's never bin addressed. Yes, going from memory, I think they had a partial on the plumbing.
Okay.
but there was also a discrepancy if whether the entire scope of work for a full kitchen remodel and 2 full bathrooms was properly permitted.
And there's some exterior electrical services that's been replaced. Is that-
I believe there was an electrical panel. And just to also clarify, I don't remember Mrs. Lopez's relation, but when this code case was started, February 2019, and I met the investors that owned the property at the building department, they admitted to me at the time, the unlicensed contractors that were involved, and the person that owns the house today is a family member to the investors. Because there was a question whether this case should have been closed out and notification sent to the new owner. That did not apply in this situation.
Bob,
So
does
yes,
the city have a recommendation as to what they want us to do?
I believe this is before the board as a massing.
It's a mess. Tim, you want us to impose? Or do you want us to grant an extension? It's up to you.
I'm going to leave that decision to the board.
Okay. What do you want us to do, Ms. Lopez?
I just need to get one more extension because we already did some of the rough, but it was these people who took our money, closed everything, and took $60,000 and run away.
Okay, go ahead, Bob.
Okay, the people who took the money was the people she hired.
You have any problem with the 28-day extension, Bob?
The only thing I'd like to clarify, board, because I don't feel she was forthcoming with us 30 days ago. I specifically said 30 days ago, you must schedule a minimum job check on each permit to get the inspector out there to cross-reference the approved plans. If it was acceptable, we would know that today.
Yeah,
But that didn't happen.
Why didn't that happen, Ms. Lopez?
Sir, we have to hire a company who went and do a minimum checkup because we don't want to like pay overtime inspection and pay all this if the work was not done properly. So we have already a letter from a licensed contractor from electrical saying that the job is complying with all the Florida building code and is properly. We already went to the camera and passed through all the pipelines for the plumbing to make sure it was properly done, and the inspection is scheduled for tomorrow. You can see on the system.
Okay, well, go ahead, Bob.
Mrs. Lopez, my opinion, you are being misleading. You did a change of contractor in all 3 permits the late part of 2020. Now, if the board gives you 28 days today, I want you to schedule these inspections with all 3 permits and coordinate with me as well, because I will bring it to the structural chief's attention, who shared the concern a year ago that the work was not in accordance with the approved plans.
Ms. Lopez, if you stay in contact with Bob Mazzolo, you'll be able to get this done.
Bob, can I have your number, please?
My email address, email me. My email address is Bobby M, BOBBYM, Bobby M at fortlauderdale.gov. Fort Lauderdale spelled out the entire way.
All right, I'm going to entertain a motion.
Motion for 28 days.
Second.
I got a motion for a 28-day extension by Terry, a second by Justin. All in favor, say aye. Aye. All opposed. 28 days. Yeah, the motion carries. Let the record reflect that Chris is opposed. A 28-day extension. So stay in touch with Bob Mazzola and you'll get this done. We won't see you in 28 days, hopefully, because if we do, there could be an issue. All right, let's go. Next case. Welcome.
Okay, we'll have to go back to page 5 at the top. Inspector Leonardo Martinez, property address 1108 Arizona Ave, case number BE-19120043. Owner, Kenson Luis June, Anthony Joseph. This case was first heard on 1/26/21. To comply by 3/23/21, one section at $50 per day, order recorded. There are 2 extensions noted.
Building inspector representing the city, case and address as read. For the first time, I was contacted this week by Mr. Levy, who identified himself as he worked for the owner, and he is looking forward to apply for the permit for the work that was done without it, the plumbing work. I would like to ask the board to hold the fines and to grant 63 days extension to see if they can go through the permitting process to cover this violation.
Okay, sounds like the city's asking for a 63-day extension. I'll entertain a motion.
Make a motion for a 60-day extension.
Second.
I got a motion by Terry and a second by Justin to clarify, the motion is to grant a 63-day extension and hold the fines.
Yes.
Okay. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. All opposed? Hearing none, motion carries.
Thank you.
Our next case is on page 6. Inspector Jorge Martinez, property address 1109 Northeast 16th Terrace. Owner John J. Cricket, case number CE 1904-1534. Notice posted at the property 5/13/21. Posted at City Hall 5/11/21. This case was first heard on 9/24/19 to comply by 10/4/19. 2 sections at $200 per day. Order recorded, complied. And city is requesting to reduce to admin cost of $737.
Okay, let's hear from the city on this. Mr. Martinez?
Sorry?
Go ahead.
Inspector Martinez, on behalf of the city, case number and address is read. This case is in compliance. City is requesting for fines to be reduced to administrative cost of $737.
I'll entertain a motion.
It's just a question, why would the fines were at $103,000, $800, and they're just abating them?
Yes.
Why?
The fines were $200 a day. So that was a little excessive. And there was a new owner and he was trying to comply.
I don't entertain a motion.
Make a move to abate the fine and administrative cost of $737.
Second.
I got a motion by Terry and a second by Justin to reduce the fines to administrative costs of $737. All in favor, say aye. Aye. All opposed, hearing none, motion carries.
At the top of page 7, Inspector Bobby Mazula, property address 2500 East Commercial Boulevard B. Owner, Alto Property Management LLC, in care of F&A of Fort Lauderdale LLC, case number BE-200-10101. Notice posted at the property 5/6/21, posted at City Hall 5/11/21. There is 1 extension noted. This case was first heard on 1/26/21 to comply by 2/23/21. 1 section at $50 per day. Order recorded, not complied.
Rob Masola, Fort Lauderdale Building Inspector, updating you on case BE 200-10101, property 2500 East Commercial Boulevard, Unit B. Permit applications, electrical 21050002, plumbing 21050002 were applied for on May 3rd, 2021, failed plan review, and are pending needed corrections as of May 11th. We would leave any decision for an extension to the board. Thank you.
Entertain a motion.
Failed review.
They both failed review and are pending needed corrections as of May 11th. They have not been picked up when I reviewed it yesterday.
I have a motion.
Go ahead.
Extension of 28 days.
Second.
I got a motion by Chris, second by Terry for a 28-day extension. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Hearing none, motion carries 28 days.
Thank you, board.
Next case.
Our next case is on page 8. Inspector Bobby Mazula, property address 2607 Flamingo Lane. Owner Jose Perez, case number CE 1905-1876. Notice posted at the property on 5/6/21. Notice posted at City Hall on 5/11/21. This case was first heard on 2/25/20 to comply by 3/24/20. 1 section at $25 per day. Order recorded, not complied. 3 extensions noted.
Rob Masola, Fort Lauderdale Building Inspector, updating you on case CE 1905-1876, property 2607 Flamingo Lane. Master permit application PM 1909-1668, along with the electrical and plumbing subpermits, are active and issued at this time. The last required permit, PM 1909-1675, for rebuilding the dock has not passed plan review and has been pending needed corrections since October 7th, 2019. We would leave any decision to the board.
All right, so this is a Massey, right? This is a Massey. It's to impose.
Yes, board, it is. And I'm surprised we don't have a respondent. And I believe we had a respondent last month. There was a question on exactly the scope of work that was performed. I did bring a picture just to refresh the board from 2 years ago. It was basically a complete dock rebuild.
I remember that.
So this is before us on to impose the fine of $3,550. We can do that, or we can grant an extension. It's up to you. I'll entertain a motion.
I'd say go to Massey.
I have a question. Are they
Go ahead.
speaking to you at all?
To the best of my knowledge, I have not had any communication from the property owner in well over 30 days, and I can't recall the last time I've been in contact with them. I do know in the course of making postings to the property, there has been activity at the property. They actually got a roof permit, did a re-roof, closed that out. Again, they got 3 open permits for the interior. I'm a little lost why they have not come back and addressed the dock.
So what was your suggestion?
Technically, it's a Massey before the board, and any decision for an extension is left to the board.
If they understand permits, why would you not?
Massey.
Probably should go to Massey.
It's up to you guys whether you want to grant an extension or impose this fine. I have a motion by Chris for a 28-day extension. Do I have a second?
Second.
I got a second by Terry. All in favor, say aye. Aye. All opposed. Hearing none. William opposes. And it's granted, though, 28-day extension.
Thank you, board.
It's probably going to be the last one.
Yeah.
All right, I'm in.
They're taking care of all of the rest.
One moment, Mr. Levy,
You're right.
Niv Levy.
What page?
One moment, we just have someone logged in.
Yes, hello. Yes.
Hi.
Can you
What
hear me?
case are you here for?
I am here for, I'll give you the case number right now. I apologize. Just getting it organized. It is CE. One second, I apologize. I can give you the property address if that helps, but
Go ahead.
1108 Arizona Avenue in Fort Lauderdale 33312.
Where is it?
Page 5, top of page 5.
And
Yes, that case has been heard already for today.
We granted a 63-day extension on that. You got 63 days to come into compliance. Is that okay, Mr. Levy?
yes, thank you very much. I appreciate that. We will make sure it's in compliance even earlier. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Have a good day. Thank you.
You too. Our last case is on page 8, property address, Inspector Bobby Mazzulla, property address 819 North Federal Highway, owner ACS 817 LLC, case number CE 190700588. Notice posted at the property on 5/7/21, posted at City Hall 5/11/21. This case was first heard on 11/26/19 to comply by 12/16/19. One section at $100 per day, order recorded, not complied. There are 3 extensions noted.
This is you, Bob.
Rob Masola, Fort Lauderdale Building Inspector, updating you on case CE 19070588, property 819 North Federal Highway. Master permit application, BLD CALT 20120010, along with the MEP sub-applications, has failed plan review, has been pending needed corrections since March 4th, 2021. Thank you.
Recommendation.
I believe this is a Massey board. Massey.
Motion to impose a fine or an extension. It's up to the board.
Respectively, board, I would not support an extension.
Okay, we got it.
Massey.
Well, this is a Massey, so not complied. I'll entertain a motion on that.
Right, I'll do
It
it.
is Massey, right?
This one, right? Not compliant.
Yep.
I move that we find that the violations was not complied with by the date ordered, and therefore we impose the fine of $21,500 per section violation as stated in the first order, and fines to accrue.
Continue to approve.
Second.
Okay, I got a motion by Chris to impose and a second by Terry. All in favor, say aye. Aye.
Aye.
All opposed, hearing none, motion carries.
Thank you, board.
This concludes, I'm sorry. On page 10, we would like to enter those 2 cases into the record as closed.
I have a motion of page 10, the 2 code cases, are closed.
Second.
I got a motion by Chris, a second by Terry. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye, all opposed. Hearing none, motion carries.
And we have the minutes from April,
I'll entertain a
from the
motion
April's
to
hearing.
approve the minutes.
I have a motion that we approve the minutes from April's virtual hearing.
Second.
I got a motion by Chris, a second by Terry to approve the minutes for the April hearing. All in favor, say aye. Aye, all opposed. Hearing none, motion carries. I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn.
This,
Good night, everybody.
this concludes our May 25th, 2021 Code Enforcement Board hearing. Thank you.